But I'll tell you honestly what I think the most important problem is, and where I want to play at least some role. And that is that the average American, to a significant degree, is giving up on government. To me, the major crisis that we face is that in this last election, as you know, about 60% of the people, when given the choice of the Democratic and Republican parties in Congress, didn't vote at all. You know, all of us are dismayed that in South Africa, for example, black people can't vote. How many of us know that in this country, poor people don't vote anymore? The last election, presidential election in 1988, you had 50% of the people not choosing to vote for Dukakis or Bush. You have a situation in this era of anti-incumbency, throw the bums out. 96% of these guys got reelected. So the basic issue is, how do you reinvigorate democracy? How to make the average working person, the elderly person, the poor person say, you know what, this is my government. Those people in Washington listen to me, they are representing my interest, and they're not just standing with the rich and the powerful against me. Now, how do you do that? That has to do with the media, who owns and controls the media. It has to do with the two-party system. It has to do with campaign financing and the fact that many of the candidates are heavily indebted to wealthy people and corporations who buy them, who buy politicians, who buy elections. So how we can begin the serious discussion, the national debate that we need, which says, where do we want to go as a country? Who has the power in this country? How do we democratize all of our institutions? How do we give working people power over their own lives? You know, we freed the slaves a long, long time ago, but in many respects, and I don't mean to be rhetorical about it, the average working person today has very little rights. Corporations announce a worker comes to work on a Friday, and the corporation says, oh, by the way, we're moving to Mexico. You worked for our company 30 years, here's a few bucks. You have no power to say over it. You don't have any power over your job. So I think the major challenge we face is not only a redistribution of wealth, which is important, but a redistribution of power, making the average American feel, this is my country, this is a democracy. I can shape the future. The people don't feel that now. They sit down, they watch the tube for 40 or 50 hours a week, they hold their nose, they vote for the lesser of two evils. Now that to me is the major problem, and once we can begin to deal with that problem, I think other things will follow.